I was unemployable. I didn't know how to do anything. I wasn't bathing regularly, eating regularly. I didn't know how to live like a normal human being. And I had to be under the influence of some type of foreign substance in order to do anything.
My father was actually crying and saying, asking me what he did wrong. At that point, I kind of realized that how much damage I had actually done with the relationship with my family.
I kept thinking that something different was going to happen, that my life was going to get better, even though that my actions leading up to that point were the same. And this guy specifically, me and him were best friends growing up. You know, we got into all the trouble together, and then all of a sudden he was gone. You know, and that was a big thing. He came back, and he actually made amends to me.
I took him out to coffee, and I actually owed him money.
I stole $50 from you or whatever it was, and he said, I'm sorry, and I realize that that is wrong now, and I don't want to be that type of person, which just blew me away. You know, I was completely taken aback by that.
He said, if you give me that money, it's not going to be good. So I said, all right, man, I'll buy you a burrito. And a couple weeks later, he gave me a call.
The camaraderie, the brotherhood, you know, just like everyone being there for me. As soon as I walked in, you know, like everyone came up to me, shook my hand, was like, hey, we're here for you.
And for the first time in my life, it was a structure where I couldn't get by. I couldn't lie and cheat and manipulate my way through the system. You know, my manipulative ways were called out, and I was forced to, you know, get real with myself and face my issues.
What I carry is like, I try to do kind of what I was taught, teaching integrity, teaching honesty, teaching these young men how to show up, how to walk through fears.
But to be able to see all these kids that were striving, you know, towards this same goal, it was attainable, you know, it was finally an option.
We all eat together. The camaraderie and brotherhood that the house entails as a result of doing everything together is what allows it to be a close-knit group, to feel like you belong to not a program, but a family.
We get about 28 dudes. I mean, you got them all sitting on the couch, on the floor. We got graduates coming back, sitting on the stairs, you know. All the managers are in here as well. And even on Saturdays, we get parents. It's just, this is where the magic happens, you know. It's like where lives are changed in this room.
They start working at like around 4 months, and they start feeling good, and they start contributing back towards their sobriety.
I did something that I wasn't comfortable with. I worked at a restaurant. I showed up on time. I had a good work ethic. It's all the stuff the house teaches you.
I started off at Starbucks, and just because I showed up at that job and I tried my best every single day, a customer that walked into Starbucks actually offered me a job. My experience in work has been I've gotten a better experience and better experience, but the only reason that this is possible is because of the structure and discipline and support that I have had from New Life House in my first year of sobriety.
They say about graduation that it comes when you least expect it.
You stay in the house for a little bit as a graduate, and it's an exciting time.
When I heard the words, Ian's a graduate, it was physically overwhelming. Like, I felt it in my body.
I mean, they start crying, and looking around at all the guys in the room, and I'm looking at all the guys who have played such an important part.
For them to say those simple words of "you're a graduate," it was kind of a magical moment, I guess you could say.
You know, you get some responsibility. It's not all laid on you at once. Like, not like you graduate, here, have fun in the world.
Moved in with 2 other guys that graduated from the house, and you know, it was like a new chapter in my life.
Now, you know, my parents are my best friends. We look to each other for advice, and you know, I get to show up for them as the son I always wanted to be.
A year later, it looks amazing. You know, I still have my family, I still have a community, I feel like I'm part of something, I have a purpose.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for my life, for giving me another chance.
They saved and changed my life.
I appreciate what you do. You know, saved my life. So.
It's because of their support and their help that I am the person that I am today.